Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. We're about to start in just a couple more minutes. Thank you for joining in one of my rare lives that I do. Check, check, microphone check. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. Hit that like button so we can try and get some people in here. One of my rare lives. I'm sure it's going to be some good info tonight. I know we all appreciate you, Ray. Thank you. Thank you so much. Of course, Julia is here, like always, my right hand. Oh, let me pin this too, actually, for you guys. I actually have a call-in link I'm going to pin too, just in case anybody wants to call in. Now, let me get... Thank you, Brooklyn baby. Thank you so much. All right, all right. I hope everybody's doing great tonight. We are going to talk about a few different things going on right now, a few different cases we'll talk about. As you see up here, oh, wrong hand. Derek Samuels, Krystle Proctor, Brittnay Gamble, Nancy Guthrie. And anybody can ask any question about any of them, or even another case if you think I might know about it or you have a question about or anything. But the first thing we're going to do is thank you for coming in, and thank you once again, Brooklyn baby. Original digital oracle. Original digital oracle. Say that 3 times. Original digital oracle. Say that 3 times fast. Original digital oracle. I kind of like that. It rolls off the tongue. So I don't know if you guys heard of I haven't done a video on it, and I've been planning to do a video on it, but I was caught up with so much other cases. Yeah, we're gonna get into Brittnay too. We're definitely gonna get into her too, as well. You're gonna send me a few things on the Brittnay Gamble case too. I'm so bothered by it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that. You're not the only one. Oh man, her family, because I speak to her family, and there's a few of us trying to get together to try and get all the evidence we can, since the police don't want to do any work. It is crazy how law enforcement sometimes is like they're almost non-existent. It's so crazy. HPD actually blocks your number. Hey, legend. They blocked your number? Get out of what? Get out of here. They literally blocked your number? No way. Rockin' 2W, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Well, you know what? Actually, before we get into, let's do this. Let's get into this then real quick. Dennis. Speaking of Brittnay, let's see what Dennis Greer is actually doing. What is he doing lately? This guy who has been free, not arrested, and doing who knows what. What is he doing? Internet issues? Oh. Hey, Brooklyn. Yeah, so yeah, you're welcome to hit that link and call in and say something if you want. I'm actually going to go onto Mr. Dennis Greer's Facebook right now. Let's go to his Facebook. Now, if you guys don't know about Brittnay Gamble, okay? I did a couple videos on her. Let me pull her picture up. I'm just pulling a picture up of Brittnay. Hold on real quick, guys. Let me go here. So Brittnay Gamble, she originally went missing last year out of Houston, Texas. This woman right here. So she originally went missing out of Houston, Texas. All right. Last year. It was actually around my birthday in November. So she was released from the hospital, and I think correct, November 19th. Now she went to the hospital for altered mental. She's diabetic, okay? She was diabetic, and you know when people who are diabetic, they can have, episodes mentally pretty much to where they're not thinking straight, talking straight, just, things like that. If you're diabetic and you're not on your proper medication, proper diet. So she was admitted to the hospital, and the hospital released her to the streets pretty much. They didn't release her to anybody. No emergency contact was called, nothing. They released her literally to the streets. All right. And when she was released, she ended up running into this guy named Dennis. So Dennis takes her back to the place where he's staying at, this apartment, and pretty much starts posting her live like right away. And the first post he's posting, she's actually alive and talking, but her speech is slurred. She's asking for water. You can tell that she was not in the right state of mind. She shouldn't have even probably been released. Somebody should have contacted a family member, but they never did. So then after that, Dennis is posting her, but she's not alive anymore. Now she is dead. He's posting her body laying on a mattress in the middle of his floor, covering her with blankets. He's laying down with her and doing this for multiple days, not just one day. We're talking about multiple days. I think it was a week straight he was posting her dead body on Facebook Live. Yep, November 19th. So finally, police get called. Come. They come get her, but nothing happens to him. He doesn't go to jail. He doesn't get charged with nothing. Now, apparently she had bruises on her and then had a laceration somewhere on her head or face as well, but nothing, arrest on him. So I guess they can't prove any foul play, but still at the same time, he's posting her dead body on Facebook. Never calls 911. Doesn't get arrested for tampering with the corpse, evidence, any of that, not reporting a death. He's still free right now. And when you dig into this guy's background, he's actually done this before. 2013, there was another woman. Her last name was Brewster. She was found in a ditch with a bullet wound to her head, okay? And this guy, Dennis, was arrested over that. He was arrested over that, but ended up being charged, with her unaliving, but he was not convicted. Instead, he got convicted of tampering with a corpse, tampering with evidence, and they gave him 7+ years. So this is two women that mysteriously, some sort of way, have died around him or some sort, and he's tampered with their corpse. And the guy's still walking the streets. Did you know she actually lived in the same apartment as this guy? That part I didn't know, that she actually lived in the apartment. I didn't know that. So like the same apartment building? I did not know that. Yeah, Brooklyn, if you want, you're welcome to hit that call in and you can give up some information about that. I didn't know that. You don't have to, you could take your phone and point at the ceiling or or whatever, take your cam off. But yeah, I didn't know that. How is he still out? Makes no sense. This is everybody's question, is how is this guy still out? Everybody has the same question. Oh, her family just found out. That's right. Didn't her sister do an updated timeline? Yes, they contacted me last night about the updated timeline. Or updated events. That's right. I'm just reading some stuff that somebody just sent me. Yeah, I didn't know that. So they just found out that she was actually living at that apartment. I guess she was living with somebody else. I take it like she didn't have her own apartment. She was living with somebody else. Hold on real quick. Let me see something. And who was the person she was living with? Yeah, this is very sad. And the guy is actually still here. Let me go to his Facebook right now. This is his Facebook. The guy still goes live. He posts about, I swear, 20 lives a day.
9 a.m. Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. And I gotta put some seasoning on there.
This is pretty much what he does all day. Goes on live, posts these videos. You could tell he's mentally not right in the head.
9 a.m. Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. And I gotta put some seasoning on there. So, I might have seen that white woman that was with me that got away with stealing that shit.
He had a video on here not long ago with he had somebody else laying in a mattress on the floor. Yeah, see, all these videos are within the last 2 hours. This is all this guy does. Hey, how's it
Hey.
going?
Yeah, they actually just found out that this happened.
Wow. So
Yeah,
I
that
didn't.
she thought she was just going home.
Wow, I didn't know that actually. So was
Yeah,
she living with somebody else at the apartment?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
But he was
So,
also just with another girl a couple days ago, and all of a sudden she's just gone now.
was it
And
one with? Oh,
I
go
believe it
ahead.
all stems from the Hope Center.
Yeah,
He
he
frequent
actually talks about that center a lot.
Yeah, he frequents that Hope Center, and the corruption there is wild because even that tampering with the corpse got dismissed, and it's now going back to a burglary of habitation, which is in 1999.
What?
Yeah, I pulled up you can actually look up all of his records on the district county site. And it's all
Okay.
public records, and it's
Wow.
wild.
So even for that woman in 2013 to this day, nobody's really been. I mean, technically,
No, he
nobody's
did a
been
little bit of
arrested for what she even
time.
did.
I think he did a little bit of time and he got out.
Wow, and he's still doing the same thing. Like, who's this woman laying in the bed?
I called them the other day.
He's
I
doing the
have
same
no
thing.
fucking idea, but I called them, the HPD, the other day, the sheriff. I had to call the sheriff's department. They didn't even know about her. They didn't know about Brittnay. The sheriff of that county.
Wow.
And so I was on the phone with them. They called me back about 5, 6 times, and it was so gross. This guy was like, he's got a padlock on the front and the back of his door. Like he locks them in the house, and then if you go down the hallway, there's actually like 3 or 4 padlocks on the actual door where he locks them in.
What?
Yeah, I'm not like I and yeah, yeah, it's wild.
Do we know if he's actually like renting this apartment or he's squatting or
No,
what?
he's squatting. He's definitely squatting. He's not like,
Wow.
yeah. He doesn't pay rent. He shows them. You know how many different Facebooks he has? He has got like 15 different Facebooks.
That's what somebody else told me, that he has a lot of different Facebooks.
He goes under Wayne, like a WA and then NYNE, and then he goes under He goes under on his court, like the actual court documents on the county site. He goes by Dennis Green as well,
Yeah,
and it's wild.
this guy definitely does not need to be on the street. That is for sure.
He- Look at that. He literally
What is this? Is this what you're talking about? What is
he
this?
yes. Oh yeah. No, that's just the one. When he gets
What?
inside, he's got a deadbolt.
What?
He's got a deadbolt on the inside and the outside. Yeah.
That's how he opens. Wow. And this guy's posted all of this on
I
Facebook.
want
Yeah.
to need the
You
satellites.
should look at the
and
video
all
of him
the
saying that he
goddamn
raped
cameras
somebody,
around.
pretty much.
This is crazy.
There's a video on there where he's on the bus and he's saying that that he was like, oh, I can't tell you about that because you're going to tell her to go get a rape kit.
I saw that. I actually did see that. I saw that.
Yeah, because I sent you a couple things on TikTok.
Yeah. Wow.
He's just a vile human being, and HPD actually blocked me from calling them. So I got a new number, and like I've called the sheriff's office, and I'm going to go to the senator and shit because I can't. I've talked to the family. The family comes up on my panel, and just it's bad.
Are you the one? Are you're the one that doesn't live too far from there?
Oh no, I'm in Canada.
Okay. Somebody else I know lives only like 30 minutes from there or something like that. And they're
Nicole,
actually
right?
trying to, yeah, yes. And she's
Yeah,
trying to like
I know her.
actually get everything together and actually drive down and give them everything.
He's,
Wow.
I think, driven by a couple times, but the thing is like, I don't know what is going on and why his cases are being dismissed, but he's also got, if you look up Jerry Wayne Greer, I swear it's his brother. He's in there for life, and I'm pretty sure that he's in there for something that Dennis did.
Jerry Wayne Greer. Okay, I'm gonna look him up as well too.
I don't know if
Was,
it's his, I don't know how they're related, but I know
yeah.
that they have pictures together.
And the weird thing is, I looked up. He allegedly has sisters and a daughter too.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they might be doing all right for themselves. I don't know. It kind of looked like it. Like the sister owned a house. She was married. And I'm like, what about this guy? What is
Yeah,
going
the
on?
cash apps that they send, like they send them to there, and it's to him, and I believe they don't want him to come by his house. They were already living there. He's got a YouTube. You've looked at that thing?
No, I
He's
didn't know
like
he had a YouTube.
dragging his sister around and stuff. It is wild.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, but it's disgusting. He's a very vile human being, and the only way that I can see is that they don't even want to deal with him because he's just so fucked up.
That is insane. Who's this behind him? Why is she looking at the wall? What is she doing?
I'll take you to war. Why you decide to want to go to war with me? Title 18, Section 2441. And you proved it on TV. 1776.
He's got her looking at the wall, standing against
Yeah,
the wall like a kid.
Oh, you should see the kid looking thing. Oh my god, it was on her floor. It was on his floor.
Oh,
We took
the short hair
screenshots. Oh fuck, man. Yeah.
looked like a little boy.
Yep, that's the
Yep.
night that I called.
Yep, that was on my last video actually, right when I did my last YouTube video.
Did you see the feet
him.
of that boy? Oh my god. And there was a girl that night that was underneath the blanket on the bed, and you could tell that she wasn't there. And you could tell before that she was laying on the couch, and she looked completely pale, wasn't even coherent, nothing.
Wow.
And the cops say that they can't break his door down because I guess, I don't know, they said they couldn't get a search warrant because I had the sheriff go there. It was fucked, man.
Why can't they get a search warrant? There's not evidence just on his Facebook alone.
Yeah, well, I sent him all of the videos that I had. I sent the sheriff everything I had, and they said, well, the girl came to the door and said she was okay. And I said, but what about the one that's unconscious that's locked in the back room? Was literally screaming. He's like, if you hear a knock at the door, scream as loud as you can.
Oh.
He says that to them on a video. How is that not?
This is crazy.
Dug so far into this guy, it's neither there's no way he could be an example.
He's got a nail on the bottom too.
Uh-huh.
Open the door. This
Hmm.
is what? Who runs these apartments? Actually,
I don't know. He lives in 68B though, and it's wild. And he's got something on his door that says spiritual healing, and it's like a yellow sign. Oh man, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
I don't believe it. Yeah, actually, I
He,
see a comment. Solomon says, I do know the local news, but it was only like I think one station. They did maybe a couple videos, right, on this on Brittnay.
hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. There was only one news station that did something on Brittnay, and it was like a maybe a 40-second thing. It wasn't long at all.
Yeah, I got a message from one of the cousins that was in touch, but he wasn't. They grew up together when they were little, but she just got in touch with me, and she's like, "We need to get them up on the panel." And so it's just, yeah, we had them up on TikTok, but it was just crazy. Like they found out that he lives in the same apartment, so she thought she was going home, and this guy followed her there,
Oh man.
barricaded her inside the house, and was like undressing her and dressing her on Facebook Live and eating beside her and the vilest shit, like it's normal. And he's done it with multiple. I have multiple women passed out looking like they're not there.
Oh my god. Yeah, I saw the pictures and videos of Brittnay. I never showed them. I don't want to show them because I don't want people to see her
Yeah,
like that.
I
But it was horrible.
yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And she was like she was there for 3 to 5 days. And the fact that this guy didn't get arrested, I don't. Everybody's like he's an informant. How is he an informant when he's literally like he's got multiple health issues? He needs to be incarcerated in like grippy socks because
Yeah,
it's bad.
he's one of those people that you would put in a sane asylum somewhere. He's the perfect candidate for that.
Hold on a
And
second.
oh man, let's see what we got here. It said, bring them all the crazy proof you have so it's easy to spotlight the story. You're right, actually. You know what? I will try and call him. I'll try and call or get in contact with every news source that's out there. I'll try and even contact the people who did the original story. Yeah, yeah, this is crazy. Does he give them any narcotics? I don't know. That's a great question. Great question. I don't know. Is this somebody else in this bed? Who's this?
I got my wallet.
I've actually tried to even contact this guy just to see if he will talk to me, just so I can see if he would do a video with me so I can like ask him some questions in kind of a nice way to see if he would tell on himself to get
Sorry, somebody's
evidence.
hold on. My bad.
But he has not responded. He's not responding to anything. I think I've reached out to him about 8 or 9 times. Yeah, guys. Well, this is the situation with Brittnay Gamble. Poor woman. Nobody's in jail for anything. This guy is free as you see, posting every single day, all day long. All the posts you see I've been scrolling through, I'm only just on May 30th. This is how much this guy's on Facebook just pretty much telling on himself. Pretend to
Yeah,
be a
have you been
girl.
to which one are you on?
I'm on the
Sorry.
Dennis Greer one.
Yeah, look up the Dennis Greer Jr., like just JR. That one's wild. He goes live on there too.
Dennis Greer Jr. Let's see.
There's so many.
I found it.
Yeah. Yeah, he posts all of his CAs, everything on there. He posts about Brittnay. It's wild.
What? This guy have so much time to post so much. Oh my god.
Yeah, and he actually posts one of them. He posts the milligrams of what he does give people, and
So
it's he's self medicating them.
so he is giving them somebody a viewer
Oh yeah.
somebody just asked if he was giving them narcotics. I said I didn't know. So he is giving them stuff.
Oh well, yeah. You'll find like if you look on his Well, I don't know for sure, but I do know that that's what it says on there, and videos are outrageous.
Wow. This thing says I was told to bring up the information that was discussed about that is going on in Harris County Jail. Those are charms, Dennis Greer, then the red purses with gold chains, red tennis shoes, trying to figure out why these white women have on these white tights just as a suspicion. A sergeant that had me moved from the housing location was in 10/18/223 was showing me her ring, and that's when I noticed the rings. She's a short, bright-skinned woman. What? This guy talks in he is definitely not in reality. House and Metro fare declined. Google Wallet. So his family is sending him money then. This is how he's getting a little bit of cash. Wow, only 3 hours ago. I wish I had this much time to post.
Yeah, and the paragraphs this guy writes too, it's insane.
Yeah, I know. It's like this guy has all the time in the world. I bet you he probably doesn't even sleep.
I
Wait, who's that
He
walking next
thinks
to
he says that the FBI is underneath the earth.
him?
He says that
Wow.
he has actually a group chat on that he posts with one of the homicide division people of him having a conversation. And the conversation of Dwight not wanting anything to do with him, and he's the attorney. Like it goes back so far.
So sad. I mean,
And
this is so sad.
yeah, and on his Wayne one, right after like it's WAY and then space NE, but he on that one, he's got it all the way back to November something, and December 3rd, he's with another chick posting her and saying all this. He's just really derogatory.
And I'm pretty sure they're staying on the same mattress Brittnay was on. I'm pretty sure the cops didn't
Yeah,
take the mattress. That's
nope.
oh my god. Oh man.
They took her out of that house and they didn't even arrest him. And the lifeless people that he now has in there, and that one chick that was underneath the blanket, it is just vile. They won't do anything. I've even called the sheriffs. When the sheriffs went there, they would not they wouldn't grant them a search warrant for whatever reason.
They wouldn't give you like an explanation of anything?
Nope. They had asked me for all the video footage, so I sent them what I had them, and I sent them. If you actually look up the list of girls that he puts on there, I
Uh-huh.
looked them all up in the county courts, and they're all homeless, every single one of them, and some of them
Jeez.
are deceased. The one that I found is actually, I guess, Jerry. So his name's Jerry Wayne um, Davis,
Uh-huh.
which is really weird. He was married to the Ashley Davis who's on his list. It is so weird. He's just a weird person and very abusive.
The Wi-Fi cut off right there by that brick. But then it cut off when as soon as I got on my cash up account and I got deducted the 415 from the stove right there. And then I had to come over here to get it come back on. They put me in harm's way type shit. That's why I be reporting theft of data connected to the United Nations. They say get out of the way. They say you in the way.
So pretty much he's luring he's getting women who are vulnerable. Like you
Yeah.
said,
Oh, yeah. And
homeless,
the
have
people
some
at
sort of issue. Wow.
yeah, and the cops sit in the parking lot at the Hope Center too. So I'm convinced that I've been told that the HPD are completely corrupt. So it's either they're working with him to get rid of people off the street, or something is happening because there's just too much shit going on that's getting swept underneath the rug.
Wow.
They're corrupt. Disgusting. And like he goes on the buses, and the bus driver actually, when Brittnay got off the bus, they tried to get her to go off on the back of the bus because they didn't want him and her getting off at the same part.
And I bet you the police are probably looking at a lot of these things because unfortunately, a lot of, even the one from 2013, Brewster, I think she was homeless, but I'm not sure. So I'm thinking that the police are just looking at like, oh, it's just they're just homeless, whatever, and this, case closed.
Yeah, they found her, wasn't it shot in the head with she shot in the head, put in a ditch,
Yep.
and put with a comforter with a towel over top. hmm
Wow.
And he did get a murder charge, and then that was dismissed into tampering with the corpse, and then that one was dismissed into a burglary of inhabitation from 1999. And
What?
if you look up his charges online, like on the district court, he
Yeah.
actually has, they fucked up because they put it in there. He's got a charge from 1933. Okay, he wasn't even alive. There
Wow.
it is. It is disgusting. It's so wild. I can't even fathom it.
Yeah, Rockin' 2W. One of the excuses that I did hear that the family told me was they had to subpoena Meta and get the actual footage from Meta, and allegedly they just got it, which I don't buy that anyway, because I've known people to just get arrested off their social media just from a detective seeing it without subpoenaing Facebook. They'll
Yeah,
arrest you, then subpoena later.
they they said they got it in January, which is messed up because it's deleted after 30 days, which wouldn't make sense because it was November that it happened. So them getting it in January made absolutely no sense. However, they can probably go back, but they're now asking the family. When I had the family up on there, I think day before yesterday, they were
Uh-huh.
asking the family for the footage, and I said, "Don't give them any of that. They just want to delete what you don't have."
Wow.
But why would they want footage from you? They have it all from the metadata. That should be enough.
Yeah. Hey, hello, Sarah. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, all right. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Excited to be talking to you. I just have a few things to say about the Nancy Guthrie case. Thank you for covering it.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
So, I just wanted to say, what are your thoughts on us on the private investigator, and how much time do you think it'll be before someone will get something new?
Well, when it came to the private investigator, I don't know if so I watched right after that report came out, I watched Brian Enton, and Enton even talked about that. He said he couldn't find any official source on that, if it's true or not. Um, if it is true, I don't think a private investigator with a situation like that will probably want people to know he's, you know what I mean, investigating. I don't think he would want that information leaked just in case, because he doesn't know who he's dealing with, possibly. So I wouldn't know. But I'm thinking that she probably has hired somebody. I mean, she's got the money. So I would have hired somebody, if not a couple people or a whole team. I would have done it.
Exactly.
So
Right.
and
All
if she
right.
has done it, I only thing I can say is I hope that they have some sort of inside source with Pima County or even the FBI to where they can actually get, certain evidence. So for example, why was Luke arrested in the first place? Why was Carlos arrested in the first place? Those are things we don't know why to this day of why they even arrested them in the first place. So if he can get information and look at that, then that might lead to something we don't know.
They all tie
I
together. It's
agree.
wild.
Yeah.
They all
I
tie
agree.
together
I
through some
agree.
sick community.
And I also think we're in a world of cameras.
Yeah. Oh yes,
Have you done?
2026. How did they get 2026? And you mean to tell me these people there's no only camera footage is we get the front doorbell with the mask on. That's all we get with no timestamp. Come on now.
Exa-
Yeah,
I
they cropped that. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Sarah.
No, I just wanted to say those were the things that were just amazing to me in this world of today, and the FBI having so much, I guess, technology ability to read so much and do so much. And I do believe that they're quiet for a reason. So I'm just praying that something does break soon.
Yeah, I think we all are when it comes to that because we all picture if it's our mother or our grandmother. You know, I really hope that we wake up one day and they're saying it was some sort of cover up and Nancy's like in Monaco drinking a margarita or something. I don't know, but you know, I'm hoping we
Right.
wake up one day and this is what
Right.
we see. You know, because a lot of this stuff and all these cases I have done so far, every single one I've done, 90% of the time, 9 out of 10 times out of the time, when somebody ends up missing, it's always the last person they were saw
And that
or
was with.
that they were with. And it just boggles everybody's mind that the last people she was with allegedly was her family, and then allegedly they say they're cleared, and allegedly she didn't have no subscription on her cameras, and there's multiple cameras on the house, and I still want to see camera footage of the Uber driver. Who was the Uber driver that drove her in the first place? I want to see if Annie has a Ring doorbell or a camera of her leaving the house. Nobody's never talked about that
Exactly.
in big media, you know?
We haven't seen any of that stuff. Anything.
Oh no, none of that at all. So I don't know. It's boggling. And my whole thing is, I think one day I hope that they don't arrest somebody who's actually innocent just to try and close the case and to try and say, look, we did our
Right.
job. Because I could see it going that way, as in somebody who literally had nothing to do with it gets framed and now they're arrested. I think if they arrest just one person, I think that that's BS. I think it's multiple people involved at this point.
I do too. I do too. Well, thank you for having me.
No
I
problem.
enjoy
Thank you.
watching you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
support.
All right.
Wow, thank you, you guys. Oh man, but yeah, this is the Brittnay oh the situation. This yeah, so sad, so sad. And it's crazy because you have people like you know, the Nancy Guthrie case, we all know got major spotlight. It was everywhere. It's still everywhere. I mean, it's slowing down now, but we know why. Savannah is her daughter. She's a face of NBC, things like that. But then you have a case like this, Brittnay, which it feels like I'm doing more than the Houston News. You know, it's insane. It and one thing I've learned is that when it comes to some people either missing or they get found unalive, whatever happens to them, one thing I'm seeing a pattern is if their status in life, if the police or law enforcement or media considers their status in life to be, I guess, lower than anybody else, like homeless or a drug addict, they don't want to give them the spotlight. They'll do a 20-second snippet on you and then keep moving and oh, rest in peace, she was found. And then in today's sports, and keep going. Very sad. No problem. I want to say thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you for joining. Thank you for that. Oh man. This guy is but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep reaching out to him. I'm gonna reach out to this guy, Dennis, and I'm gonna actually not give up and see if he'll actually will respond to me. Because if I can get him to respond to me, maybe act like I'm his friend or something, and then maybe get him to tell me some things and I have it recorded, there's evidence right there. He is actually being recorded saying something. Yeah, it is corruption. It is corruption. Soul and Cali girl. You two look like you're fighting like brother and sister. Oh. What else did we have on here? Derek Samuels. Derek Samuels. You guys know about Derek Samuels? Have you guys actually saw anything about the Derek Samuels? Derek Samuels was a young man out of Atlanta. He went missing. He went missing not long ago. About a month ago, actually, or something like that. I don't know the exact date. His case actually blew up online, like TikTok, Instagram. It's all over TikTok, all over Instagram. So many of his friends are talking. It really blew up. But the problem with that was you had so many people. Either you had to separate fact from fiction. Who was lying? Who was telling the truth? That is the hard part. And they recently found his body. I think it was a couple days ago, actually. And there was a press conference today. And during the press conference today, they recently ruled that he did it himself. That he did it himself. Hold on, let me show you guys something. Oh, let me go. Where is it at?
A family dealing with.
All right.
With remarkable grief after spending the last month searching for their loved one. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sydney Stallworth.
And I'm Victor Williams. Atlanta News First is Alani Latang is live outside of the apartment complex where they found the young man. Alani, what can you tell us?
A true heartbreak for the family that's been searching every day for the past month to find him. That reality, a hard truth for them.
Yeah, so he went missing. He was, the last time he was seen, he was walking out of a Target, okay? The department store Target. He was with some friends of his. Got out of the car, went to the Target, and I guess told his friends that he was going to be meeting somebody. And he left his backpack, a PlayStation 5. He left all this stuff inside his friend's car. Or inside the car. And video footage shows him coming out of Target. Now, this area, it's a shopping center. So there's a lot of cars, a lot of everything. So he was missing for a month. They found him literally pretty much next door to Target a month later in a forest area is where they found him at. Some people are expecting a lot of people think it's foul play involved. If I tell you the story of what's going on with this, you might think twice too, like, wait, this might be foul play of what's going on. Just to give you a quick rundown, this kid, Derek Samuels, I think he's 20 years old. He had a Tesla. He was renting his Tesla out for a little bit of extra money. Not through like Toro, I believe. I think it was like personally. He rented his Tesla out to some guy, some kid. I have his name. I just don't have it on my notes right now. I believe it was Baba. Her name, he went by Baba or something like that. Rented the Tesla out to this kid. Kid came back with the Tesla, and the Tesla was all messed up and scratched up, okay? He told Baba, hey, you got to get this fixed. You owe me money or whatever. So the kid never paid him the money for getting it fixed. So allegedly, the kid who was supposed to, that messed up the Tesla, right? So the kid who messed up the Tesla, his friends reached out to Derek and was like, hey, can we rent the car too? Allegedly, he called somebody. Derek was like, hey, these other people want to rent my car, but they're friends of the person who owes me money. Should I just take their money and not give them the car because they're friends with the person who owes me money? Now, this is allegedly what happened. And allegedly, he never gave those people the car. And some people were going on TikTok and they were sending threats, all kind of things. There's threats online because kids don't know how to keep their mouth shut and want to tell on each other nowadays. And Derek's missing, and then they find him, his body, in this forest area 30 days later, which is pretty much next door to Target. 30 days later, next door to Target. And he had a pistol next to him. So they ruled it that he did it himself. And there are some people that went online, they were talking about wow, he was missing. Some people were going online saying, oh, we saw him. We saw him, he's alive. And then some people were actually posting RIP, that he passed away before they even found his body. So it's a bunch of things going on with him. We don't even know. This case is very interesting. Very interesting. Julia says he owed him $500 when the time came to paying up. He tells Derek, saying charges to the gang meaning he isn't paying him the $500. Derek's friends said that the ones who dropped him off at Target. Yes. So Derek asked the kid to pay him money back he damaged his car. And the kid was like, nope, I'm not paying you back nothing. Charge it to the gang. Pretty much take this loss. It's pretty much what happened. So some people are speculating that this could have led to some foul play. Some people are saying that the police department is not doing their job. Thank you, Rockin' TW. Have a good night.
But they are relieved that he is found. On Sunday, a month-long search for 20-year-old Derek Samuel ended in heartbreak. Family says he had been found dead behind an apartment complex along Red Wine Road. The community came together to search for Derek in that same area multiple times, but never found him. Those same people who helped search feeling the pain.
I'm heartbroken. His life haven't even begun.
Pretty much.
I mean, he was a young man, I guess, trying to figure it out.
Family tells Atlanta News First their heart is ripped out of their chest. His aunt tells me she got that dreadful call from police saying they found Derek, though police have not officially identified the remains. East Point police say Derek's friends last saw him on April 29th in the Camp Creek Marketplace area. Police say surveillance cameras captured Derek leaving Target, then walking around the shopping center on North Commerce Drive and Red Wine Road. On Sunday morning, nonprofit Georgia Emergency Search and Rescue says they brought equipment like ATVs and canines searching new areas. They say around 2 p.m. Sunday, their crews found the human remains at the back of Reserve at Red Wine Apartments near where his cell last pinged.
And that's what I question, like nobody ain't smell nothing. It's been over a month, you know. That's heartbreaking.
Community members calling for more involvement in young adults' lives.
I believe in community being family. I believe that we need to get back to it.
Now, the one thing about Derek's case is how they found him. Some people are actually saying, I don't know if this is true or not, but some people are saying that that area was already searched. I don't know if it's true. But some people are saying that that area was already searched. Remember, he was missing for a month before they found his body. And where they found him at is pretty much right next to where he went missing at. So they say that was already searched. Like I said, I don't know. That's what they're saying. So And another thing is, here is the very weird part. There was a press conference today, and I'm gonna do an actual video on this later. Is gonna be, I'm gonna actually do a video and upload it, like the whole story situation, people on social media talking. You're gonna get everything. But the police today, they did a press conference, and you would not believe what the sergeant said. He said that they found on day one, okay, day one, they found human remains, okay? Day two, they found more human remains in another place. It didn't make no sense. The reporter even questioned him on that. Like, what do you mean? You found human remains. So you're saying that he took the pistol and did it to himself, but how's there human remains in two different locations in the forest? What do you mean? And then he tried to say that, well, it was raining. And I'm driving, listening to the press conference. I'm thinking, like, I've never heard of rain separating somebody and putting them in a whole different place after if supposedly they did it to themselves. It just didn't make sense to me. So I got a whole video on this coming later. Basically, I'm gonna lay down everything I can find. I'm gonna lay it down, and I'm gonna let you guys decide. Do you think this was foul play or he did it to himself? Because this one very, 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 very tricky. I don't know if this is gonna be another case of the police just closing shop. All right, and then we got, yeah, Julia, if you're still in here, have you you have all the like TikToks saved from all his friends and things like that by chance? If you do, can you send me links on that? I know there's a lot. And I was trying to go through some myself. So many people are talking about this case. It was crazy. Julia says, part 1, don't understand is how one of Derek's friends was live showing his phone stuff, and it showed Derek stopped sharing his location on May 7th when he was about a week missing. Yeah, it's very weird because, like I said, very weird. He left all his stuff in a friend's car, apparently. And now the reason why Derek had all his stuff, like he had his PlayStation 5 and all that, is because he just got kicked out of a place where he was living at. They were like renting out an Airbnb or something. It was him and other friends. Derek allegedly paid like his portion of the rent, but the people that was living there with him did not. So the guy kicked everybody out. And apparently that's why Derek had all his stuff with him. And then some of these kids that were on TikTok, some of the stories were changing. One guy went on there actually and said the people that Derek was hanging around with, that he was kind of friends with them too. And then one time they were at a house and they just jumped him out of nowhere. And there's video footage on TikTok of them jumping him. And he's like, why are you guys, or whatever. Yeah, very, very, very strange about that one. But when I heard them saying they found remains in 2 different places, but allegedly he did it to himself, I was like, what do you mean? And even the reporters even asked that. And then when he said, well, it was raining, first thing he said, it was raining, the weather. I'm like, this guy didn't even say an animal. I could see if he said, well, an animal came, attacked the corpse and ate, or whatever. He said the rain and the weather is what he said. The first thing that came out of his mouth. I've never heard of that. But yes, that is the Derek Samuels case. Like I said, I'm going to do a video on that later. And so if you're interested to see exactly, you know, what's going on with that, I'm gonna do a video on that later. I'm gonna show you what they're all saying on social media. I'm gonna show you the nitty-gritty. You guys know how I do it, you know. But I'm pretty much gonna do that. Julia, do you know the names, like the real names of the friends by chance? If you know the real names of the friends, can you send that to me too? I'm interested to look at their background and see what their background's like. That's one thing I couldn't find. I couldn't. Nobody was really saying their real names. Sounds like the people that did this was known to him. Yes, that was what was going all over TikTok. His own friends were posting RIP and in loving memory, things like that of him before they even found him. So people were like, his own friends, the ones that were with him, were posting that. It's crazy. Go look up Messy Maj. She interviewed all of them. Which platform is Messy Maj on? I see here Instagram. All right. TikTok. I'll look at that. Thank you. Thank you, Julia. Julia comes through in the clutch. And we have Krystle Proctor. I don't know if you guys seen a couple videos I did on her. Oh man. Another situation where we're twiddling our thumbs, waiting for something to happen. She is out of San Antonio, Texas. Let me go to the news article for you guys. I did a couple videos on her. All right.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office.
I just did a TikTok on her today too. Actually, the TikTok is blowing up. It's getting a lot of views. She needs it. So let me show you guys this. This world is crazy. And then the mixture of which feels like police don't want to do their job. That's even more crazier.
This is looking for a suspect after a woman was found dead inside a van on the city's northwest side. A week ago today, BCSO's Missing Persons Unit announced they were looking for 37-year-old Krystle Proctor. She had been missing since April 27th. The van she was known to drive was found on Cinnamon Creek near Fredericksburg and Hamilton Wolf. Proctor was found dead inside that van. As BCSO investigates, they're looking for the person that you just saw there in a green long sleeve shirt. There he is, blue pants and a red head covering.
So they're looking for this guy, right? Asking people for information on him. Now, Krystle Proctor, like I said, I've actually talking to Krystle Proctor's family too. I've been talking to her friends, her best friends. Hold on. Thank you, Julia. Some are 18, 19, 20. They're all going. Yeah, they are going by nicknames in the Derek Samuels. So it's hard to find their real names. Yeah, I found them, Julia. Thank you so much for that. Now, and this one, Krystle Proctor, they're looking for this guy, right? Now, let me tell you a little bit about Krystle, because I've been talking to her friends and things like that. Krystle is a veteran. Actually, the van was found out in San Antonio, outside of San Antonio. Was found northwest San Antonio, I believe. In Bexar County is where the van was found. This is where, so they're from, I believe, Virginia, Maryland area. That's where they're from. But they were living out in San Antonio. But let me go back over to here. Yeah, so they're living out in San Antonio. And Krystle was in the military, all right? So she's a veteran, and she was doing well for herself. Nope, I haven't told them yet, Julia. I haven't even showed them the picture yet of who this guy is. Because and so if you don't know about this, watch, this is gonna blow your mind, guys. This is really gonna blow your mind, and you're really gonna think back and like, what is law enforcement doing? So Krystle was doing good for herself. I looked at her whole background. She was doing good. She owned a few businesses. Okay, she had a beauty line. She owned a transporting company. She owned a kennel business too. That van that she was found in, that van was her very own van. It was no stranger's van. That van was her van. That van was used for her transporting business, and also, I guess, for the kennel business, because they bred dogs. Well, Krystle actually had a significant other. Okay, let me change. Hold on, let me change my screens real quick, because I want to find her thing without showing everybody what's going on, you know. So Krystle had a significant other, okay? Where is she here? See if I can find her. Here it is. All right, guys. So I found it, and I'm going to show you something. Hello? Is there sound? You guys hear it? Is the sound off? Hey, how's the sound? Is the sound on? Or did the sound cut off? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? All right, making sure. So this right here is Krystle's man. Okay. This is the lady who was found in the car, or the back of the van. Wow, some of you can hear me, some of you guys can't. Interesting. Did you guys put me on mute that can't hear me? Did you hit the mute button by accident? Let me see. Yeah, it's coming out my other account so far. All right. Yeah, all right. So somebody just said they had, if you can't hear me, if you can't hear me for some reason, go out and come back in. All right. So if you can't hear me, go out and come back in. It looks like YouTube messed up for some people. That's why some people can hear, some people can't. So go out, come back in if you can't hear me. And can't hear me. It should work. All right, so thank you guys for letting me know. Hey, YouTube messes up sometimes. Actually, it messes up a lot, to be honest with you. It messes up a lot. So this poor lady was found in the back of the van, all right? In her own van, all right? They're looking for the guy who's dressed up from head to toe. All right? The guy who's dressed up from head to toe is this man, her own man. Her own. This is the man that they're looking for that's dressed up from head to toe. Okay? And they're asking us if we have any information or we know who this guy is to turn him in or whatever. But it's this guy. It's him. And the funny thing is, on Facebook, he goes by Mike Larry. Come to find out, that's not his real name because he has warrants out for his arrest for years. He was going by different names and has all these assault charges on his background, all kind of things. Great question. I will text them and ask them what the cause is. Yeah, I just text just now to find out, just to see. And apparently, allegedly, this guy is, so the cops confiscated this man's truck. Actually, I don't even think it's his truck. I think it was Krystle's truck, technically. So they confiscated the truck. Cops have the truck. The cops even questioned him and took his phone because, all right, so she was missing first. Before they found her body, she was actually reported missing. The only reason why she was reported missing is because her 6-year-old son was at school making a Mother's Day card. The 6-year-old son told the teacher, I can't give this card to my mom because my mom got beat up and is in the hospital. So then I guess the school was worried and was like, hold on, what's going on? So the cops, question him. He makes a police report of her missing. They question him. They let him go. They take his car. I'm sorry, they take his cell phone. His truck gets abandoned somewhere, but they have his truck now. And apparently now he's hiding somewhere. I just texted, they said that the autopsy is still pending. Autopsy is still pending, guys. Hold on, I'm sending a link real quick. Hold on, real quick. The part that is crazy is their son said mommy was hurt and why he couldn't give her the Mother's Day card. So police take him in, but don't ever check on her, and he was released. Yeah, some of it is not making sense. They took him in for questioning, and this is verified, that they took him in or whatever. So they took him in for questioning and then let him go, took his phone, and now the guy is just out on the run somewhere. And allegedly, he even tried to come back at some point and kidnap the 6-year-old son. This guy is out right now contacting other people, claiming that he didn't do it. Claiming he didn't do it. Out free, contacting people, claiming he didn't do it from another number, another phone. But the media is telling us, hey, you need to look for this guy. We need information on who this guy is. We don't know who this guy is. Please tell us who this guy is. Well, everybody knows who's the guy. What? It's making no sense whatsoever. This is definitely not like Nancy Guthrie, because Nancy Guthrie, think about it, same thing. It was a guy dressed from head to toe at the front porch, and none of us know who it is. Definitely not that. Total opposite. We all know who this guy is. We all know who he is. It's this man. Who goes by Mike Larry, who's not his real name, he even uses his cousin's or his brother's name, Derek. That's not his real name. His real name is John Brown, John G. Brown, which is in. So people are wondering if he's still in the San Antonio area, which he could be, because where's he going to drive to? Even though he's originally, you see the Baltimore hat. So originally he's from the Maryland, Virginia area, that whole area. So people are wondering if he went back there, but a lot of people believe he's still right in San Antonio, just kicking it. He might be watching this live right now. Hi, John, if you are watching the live. Hi, how you doing? Call in, matter of fact. Call in. I would love to talk to you. Just to get a few questions. Legend, what did I miss? You missed me talking about this beautiful lady here named Krystle Proctor. Military veteran who was doing good things for herself. Owned multiple businesses. Okay, multiple. Julia says he also goes by Maurice J. Brown too. So for people who don't know, Julia helps me do my research. A lot of my research, she helps me get spot on. She is very good at what she does. So she's saying he also goes by Maurice J. Brown too, which makes sense because, like I said, he had warrants out for his arrest for years. So he had to go by fake names. He had to. He couldn't give his real name to people. He would get told on, snitched on, or especially if he gets pulled over by the police, he would give fake names. So many charges on his background for driving with fake plates or switching plates or him not having a driver's license. That is the reason why. Soon as I saw those charges, I was like, why is he switching plates all the time? Why is he giving fake names? Something's going on. He must have warrants or he's hiding from something. I mean, I would know. If you guys know my background, I would know. Why it's called Fugitive TV. But yes, they are looking for this man. San Antonio. Wait. Let me correct this. Sorry. Let me correct this. Let me be correct. They're looking for this man. Who possibly could be John G. Brown or Derek or Maurice or Mike. Yes, they let him go. They had him in custody. They had this man in custody and let him go. Like I said, it's very sad. And this is not getting the attention it should get as well, this one, because if you're actively looking for this person, they say, don't you think that this should be getting spread on social media? Because what if this happens to somebody else? Because if this person is capable of doing this to the person he allegedly loved, and not only that, how I told you she owned multiple businesses. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something for you guys. I told you she owned the transport business. She also owned the kennel business, right? Now, the kennel business, you could tell she put everything in her name. Obviously, this guy has warrants out for his arrest, right? So she put everything in her name and basically let him run the kennel business. He loves dogs. So she let him, like, here, she did him a favor. Here, I'll open up this business. I'll get you the LLC. Let's get the van, whatever, and you can run it. Pretty much here, this is what you're going to do, babe. You know, helping him out. Helping him out. And let me see if I can find this. Hold on real quick. Helping him out, which... Hold on real quick. I got to remember what... I'm going through my notes to see what the name of the kennel business was, because I forgot. Hold on real quick as I look this up. And I'm going to show you guys. Like I said, doing well for herself in life. She was doing well for herself in life. Did not deserve any of this whatsoever. Now everybody's wondering what the motive is, why he would do something like this, you know? Or allegedly why he would do something like this. Sorry. You know, I got to be politically correct sometimes on here. Hold on, I'm looking up. I got it. I got the name. All right. So let me pull this up. Yeah, Julia, drop all the names. Go ahead, drop all the names this man goes by. All right, I found it. Okay. So like I said, she had this kennel business. Now this business is in her name. Okay. This business is in her name right here. No Mercy Kennel. All right. Here he is right here. With one of the dogs. Oh, hold on. And a lawn service. Lady and a lawn service? I didn't know that. Yep, monster treats. Yeah, lady's close to the situation. So lady knows about this case too. He was abusive. Oh my God. I know he had a restraining order on his ex-baby mother too. He had a restraining order on the ex-baby mother. What gave it away for me right away was the arms. The arms gave it away for me right away. How the arms are held, how he's holding his arm. It gave it away right away for me. But, yep, this is the business of her actual business. So he would breed the dogs, or they would breed the dogs. And of course, you know, he would sell them.
Anything you'd like to say? Any reviews?
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Hey, this is the real true bloodline right here. Get with your boy.
Yes, appreciate you.
So, yeah, his hands, the way he held his hand, the way he holds his hands, I was like, it's a dead giveaway.
That's my dog. Now,
this picture right here, how he's holding his hands compared to this one, it was like, what? It's the exact same. What makes this worse, guys, is I found out today. Now, John's father, okay, who actually has the same name, lives in the San Antonio area too. John's father is going by the house every day. Krystle's house, okay, feeding the dogs. John's father going by Krystle's house every day, feeding the dogs. So I'm like, is this guy in contact with his father? Like, go feed my dogs, please? Like, he's contacting friends saying I didn't do it. I have multiple people hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, telling me this, that, hey, this guy's contacting people saying he didn't do it. So he's texting them or whatever he's doing, some sort of means, contacting people. He didn't do it. But he's hiding. If you really didn't do it, then why don't you come forward and you go to you do it the right way. You get yourself a lawyer, okay? Turn yourself in, and then you fight the case. It is hard to run forever. Trust me. Especially see when in my case, my stuff was nowhere near as bad as this at all. My nothing like this. You know what I did? I started a car ring. With dealerships. Okay, the dealerships are on it. That's what I got in trouble for. And back then, you didn't have any of the cameras and all that stuff you have now. So back then, it was easier to get away. It was easier to hide, do what you got to do, whatever. As time progressed, things start catching up. Let me turn myself in. I have to, you know. I got to turn myself in. I opened up multiple businesses. I got all kind of stuff going on. Let me turn myself in so I can get things right. You know, for me, my family, my kids, whatever. Let me make sure things are done right. And as you see now, I'm talking to you guys. Things were done right. So I know nowadays, you trying to run forever, it ain't going to work. It doesn't work. There's too many cameras. There's too many cell phones. There's too many snitches out there snitching. This ain't the 80s and 90s where people, you know, got throat slashed for snitching. Nah, not now. You got rappers who will sue another rapper for battle rapping nowadays. These are different times. As long as the kids aren't there, then get the dad arrested too. Shh. Man. See if I can find some other. Yeah, this one right here. Actually, I don't remember, but somebody sent me this case via email. Okay. Somebody sent me this case via email and they told me to look into it because they said, we know you, Ray Marcel, Fugitive TV, that you will use your platform to look into this. And as you guys see, I have no fear. I'm going to put you out there. Okay. Because I'm an investigative journalist and I'm doing what an investigative journalist's job should be done. Okay. Finding out the facts, finding out exactly who suspects are, and putting it out there, especially if they're not caught yet. And that's what I do. And when it comes to people who are missing or people who I feel have been wrongfully taken advantage of, that's when I'm going to report on you. I tell everybody, when it comes to women, children, and elderly, they should be off limits. They should be off. If you got a problem with another man, you guys hardly see me reporting another man gets unalived by another man. You hardly ever see me doing that. Hardly ever, okay? All right? Even though it's wrong and you shouldn't be doing it. But it's stuff like this that really sometimes I'm like, if you got a problem with something, walk away. Now, what I think, I don't know what happened. A lot of people don't know what happened. But I wondered if she threatened to take something away from him. If she threatened to leave him, threatened to kick him out. Remember, he's got warrants. He's got to live under fake names. He's got nothing going for himself. She owns everything. So all she has to do is snap her finger and he's got his whole life taken away. And then he was like, oh no, I can't have this happen, and snapped. I also wonder, because they found her in the van, if the van is the first crime scene. Did he do it in the van, or did he do it in the house and then put her in the van and transported her? And the van's the second crime scene. Actually, I'm going to show you guys something right here. All right. Let me show you guys something real quick. Same shoes, people. The man literally is wearing the same shoes. The man literally is wearing the same shoes. That is crazy. Thank you, Major, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Let me read Major super chat. In the Bahama case, what exactly are the divers looking for? Because a body would have been eaten by sea life, right? You think Brian could go on the run? Oh, okay. All right. So just to pivot from this real quick, we'll get right back into Krystle. Let me answer this questions, the super chat right here. And thank you for that. For you guys that don't know, Lynette Hooker is the woman who went missing in the Bahamas. Okay. Her husband, another husband, allegedly says his wife went missing. She fell off the dinghy in the waters, and come to find, and he said that they got drifted away. That they got separated from the drift of the water, and all the excuses this guy made that we found out was lying. So just in case you don't know about this, all right. Everybody peeped that her husband, Brian, was lying from the start. Well, they just recently found out that one of his devices, the GPS in his device, does not add up to the area of where he was allegedly at in the water with his wife. They found out he was somewhere totally different, okay, by the GPS. So now they're out there. Coast Guard is in the Bahamas searching. So what they're doing is they're searching for his wife, Lynette. They're searching for Lynette. And Julia said it earlier, they did take the family's DNA. So they did take her daughter, and then Lynette's mom's DNA to see if they do find any sort of remains, okay? Because yes, sea life could, you're right, sea life could, but sea life is not going to eat everything. So for example, if he did use some sort of weight to throw the body into the water and have her sink to the bottom, which they think that he did, either by a spare anchor or a waistband. She had a pink weight belt on too. All that stuff is not going to get eaten. So there might be, possibly could be DNA left on it. Maybe it's hard to tell because of the salt in the water, but it could be. But even if they did find those things, that's evidence right there. And there might be some clothing to there. So hopefully if she is there, they do find some sort of remains. That's what we're hoping for. But that's why they're out there looking right now. Yeah, they could be looking for the anchor or her weight band. Yeah, guys, I wanted to make sure I answer Major's question. Thank you so much. Lady L says that with Krystle Proctor, I was telling you guys earlier, I think that Krystle threatened to leave him. Or you know, that would be the only explanation I can think of why this guy would do that. And right here in the comments, lady's saying that she thinks she threatened to leave him alone. As in, like, you gotta go. Now, Krystle's friends and Krystle's family told her to leave this guy 10, 12 years ago. They've been telling her to leave this guy a long time ago. He even had her block her own mom. Guys, this man was making Krystle block her own mom. Imagine your man telling you can't talk to your mother. You have to block her. If that's not controlling, I don't know what else is. Oh, and on the run, you did ask if Brian will go on the run. Brian, Lynette's husband. I think, you know what? Even if he tried to go on the run, they're going to catch him because they have a tell on him already. I know exactly how FBI works. Once FBI starts raiding your things and taking your stuff, they have what is called a detail on you. They have a tell on you. They have somebody down the street, some sort of way keeping surveillance on you. They're watching you 24/7 now. So he's being watched 24/7. And I'm pretty sure his phone is probably bugged, everything. Okay. So even if he tried to run, he's not getting away. He waited too long to try and run. If he tried to run, he should have left. He should have did it when he got released from the Bahamas jails, when he should have ran, but it's too late now. They're on him. I can see him unaliving himself. I can see that probably happening. Oh, guys, man. And to be honest with you, even if he did try and run, I don't think he would even know how. He can't take the plane. His name is going to be on a TSA watch list. He doesn't have a boat no more. They took his boat. His boat's here in Florida. His boat's not far from me. It's like 2.5 hours away from me. So his boat's here. They seized it. He's screwed. Trying to think if there's anything. Hold on real quick. I'm looking at something else for you guys too. No problem. Thank you, Major. Thank you for supporting. Thank you so much. I had some time tonight, so I figured I'd do a live because I haven't done a live in like 3 or 4 weeks or whatever. So I figured I'd do a live. Had some time tonight. And I figured I'd make it open panel. So a lot of people had questions about things. That sometimes they might leave in a comment on my videos, and sometimes I don't get to answer or respond.
Hey, y'all, come look. This the person.
Seeing if I can find this man's Facebook. I know I had it. Let me see. Where is... Oh, wait. The original Facebook. That's right. Julia found the original Facebook. Julia found the original Facebook. That's right. Here we go. And for anybody who was wondering, about Mr. John G. Brown, yes, he's got a Facebook under his real name still from 2013 or 2014. Krystle Proctor's man, John G. Brown, right there, guys, in the flesh. And then look at the picture here, even with his arms and his hands. Even a picture here with his arms and hands from 2014. AKA Black Hollywood. Baltimore, Maryland. I'm wondering if he still has access to this Facebook. Now, his other Facebook, the Mike James Facebook, either gets deleted or he goes back on, delete it back on, delete it back on, delete it back on, delete it back on. What I'm noticing. Like right now, I think it's deleted because I don't see it. Solemn said, bro was down low. Yep, that was his Facebook before he was on the run. That was his Facebook before he went on the run, guys. Which I just don't understand that if we can find all this and we can do all this, why can't law enforcement do all this? This is crazy. Oh, you're from Maryland? You're from MD? I didn't know that. Hey, Mary, thank you for stopping in, Mary. Thank you so much. Yes, Solomon. So if you see him walking around, you know who this guy is. Because Maryland is his hometown. That whole area. But yeah, it just boggles me that me or Julia can literally jump in front of our laptops, find out information from somebody within a couple of hours, find out where they live, find out everything about them, and then find out what they did and stuff they should have been charged with, which just within a couple of hours. If we had badges, we could arrest people easily because we find it so easy. But then people who are getting paid to do this with actual badges, these individuals who we talked about tonight, who should be getting charged, who should be going to jail, like the guy responsible for Brittnay Gamble, Krystle Proctor, like, what? What? Police are right there in front of you and just, all right, you have a nice day, call us later. Bye. It's crazy. Are you getting more than 4 hours of sleep now? I actually did last night. Thank you for asking. So last month was a hectic month for me, guys. That's why I didn't go on live really. It was hectic. It was so busy. You guys know I told you guys I run a couple other companies. One company I'm actually trying to like sell off so I can get more doing this. And then not only that, outside of this, YouTube, you know, I go behind the scenes and help find some family members, missing individuals, or, you know, or a fugitive that needs to be caught, you know. So I do that behind the scenes beside this, you know, this YouTube. And a lot of times when you're on the streets per se, you can't go live and give your location and, you know, what you're doing, right? So I was so busy last month doing a lot of those things, So this month is actually a little easier. Actually this weekend, I'm going up to Atlanta this weekend to look more into the Derek Samuels situation. So and another situation too. I'm looking at two situations. So I'm going up there this weekend to look in those two situations. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm gonna look right now, Julia. Yeah, I'm hoping that they are building enough evidence on him just to you know, because that's the way federal does it. Feds, they'll watch you forever. I'm talking about years. They will watch you for years and let you just keep digging a hole, digging a hole, and digging a hole, and digging a hole. And by the time they arrest you, there's nothing you can do but accept some sort of plea deal. That's it. There's no fighting. Post from John G 2012. He had another one too, Julia. Remember the one he had with he had the pistol to the woman's head? He had a picture of a pistol to a woman's head or something in the old Facebook, now that I think about it. Hold on, see if I can find that. You just reminded me about that. Hold on. Where is it at? Yeah, because we went through his whole hit. I went through his friends. I went through his family. I probably know more about him than he knows about him at this point. Trying to figure out where this man could be at. And you are right. I bet you police know exactly where he's at. They're just letting him talk up all he wants to and waiting for the time to be right. Hopefully they don't wait too long. Hopefully they don't wait too long. Oh, I can't find that picture. Where is that picture at? I'm looking through the old Facebook right now. Oh, wait, is this it right here? Hold on, is this it? See, and this is the stuff that when you get accused of doing something, people start looking at your old social media and they start looking at things you posted and they'll start seeing things like this. So you got everybody watching this right now thinking like, oh, he must have did that to her. Then you go to the old Facebook account and you see things like this. And you're like, oh, he must have really did it to her. I'm just reading some of your comments right now. Why don't I stream live like JLR? Because JLR, I think that's all he does full time, right? Is just stream. I don't think the guy works or anything. I think that's all he does full time. Like I said, once I sell off one of the companies that I have, because it takes up a lot of my time. Once I sell that off, then I'm going to be on here full time. Lady says, I'm not sure what's going on, but they should fine him just on the fugitive charges. On that part, I don't understand why they didn't arrest him from the get-go, just off the fugitive, like just off the warrants. Why didn't you arrest him? Just off that. That part I didn't understand. That part I did not understand. Major says, at this point, Nancy Guthrie case is cold. I don't think we're ever going to find. I don't think we're ever going to find the truth. The actual truth about Nancy, I don't think we're ever going to find it. Saul says, whatever happened to the Brianna Aguilera case? Yes, Brianna was the lady who, another case in Texas. Wow, what's up with Texas? Another case in Texas, North Texas actually, where she, they found her body on the bottom of the 14th floor, I think it was. They said she jumped off the balcony and the friends didn't report it. Or she got that lawyer, Tony Busby. So far as I know, they're suing everybody. And it's a civil lawsuit, actually. I don't know if actually, you know, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna actually take the time to see if you can actually pull up the court records for that. Now I think about it. I don't think I've ever tried to pull up civil court records. I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. I'm always usually pulling up criminal. But yeah, this guy, John, is not looking good for you, buddy. Like I said, I don't know if you're watching right now, because I know guys, I know for a fact, if you're on the run, I know for a fact, you're on the run, You're going to Google yourself to see if somebody's talking about you. He probably gave them a fake name. He probably did. And the thing is, he's giving names of like his other family members, is what I'm realizing. So it's like these people exist. Like there is a Derek Brown, and he's giving them these names. Julia said, we solved the case. Case closed. Pretty much. Pretty much. There is no mystery here. We're all just waiting now to see what the autopsy comes back on Krystle. That's what we're all waiting for. As soon as I find out what it is, I will let you guys know. Yeah, as soon as I find out, I will let you guys know. I'm pretty sure that that could be what the police are waiting for. They're probably waiting for a cause of death first before they go charge him. Now, I know we're all sitting here like, why don't they put him in jail anyway? Which, hey, I don't blame you guys. Because me, I guess that's why I'm not a cop or anything like that. Because I would probably be break protocol and probably would have had him already locked up if I wouldn't have slapped him in the face a couple times. I wouldn't be able to hold back on some of these people. I wouldn't. I'm just being honest. Some people is just evil and hatred. It's just wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's hopefully that's what they're waiting for, is the cause of death. Then once they get the cause of death, let's say they say gunshot wound, whatever it is, then they can officially file probably a M charge on him. And hopefully they know exactly where he's at. Because if this man is free right now talking to other people, like other people have told me, this man's free right now talking to other people saying that he has not done it. He has not done anything. Yep, this man, let's do it one more time for anybody watching that has not seen this man right here. Yeah, still walking around telling people that he has not done it, saying that he's innocent, but yet he's not at the police station claiming he's innocent. Him and his lawyer is not at the detective's office claiming he's innocent. He's telling friends that he's innocent. That's somebody right there to me that is cares more about himself than what happened to Krystle. You would think he would at least be out there if he let's just say he didn't do it. Let's say he didn't do it. Wouldn't you think he would be out there trying to find out who really did it instead of trying to say, I didn't do it? So if he really didn't do it, you would think he would be out there trying to figure out, well, who did this? Who did this to my woman? That's what you would think. But instead, this man is texting a group of friends and friend chats and everything else. I didn't do it. I don't know. To me, I mean, you guys let me know what you think. That bugs me. That bugs me. It really does. Yeah, logging in and out of social media. And I know that for a fact because I go to look at, especially the new one, the Mike James, the Mike James profile that he was going by. I'll go look at it. One day it's on, one day it's gone. One day it's on, one day it's gone. So that's somebody actually, you know, he's trying to keep in contact with somebody. He's talking on somebody through that social media account if he's on one day, off the next day. I don't think he can log into this one He might have forgot the password or whatever it is. I got screenshots of it anyway, so. Matter of fact, it's on my old YouTube, on my other YouTube video, so this ain't going nowhere. I didn't think he would, I didn't think he didn't think anybody would even find this one. Because he didn't think anybody would know his real name. But we found it in one day. Actually, not even found it in a few hours. I am just hoping that the police department out there in, what is it? Is it Bear County they pronounce it? I think the X is silent. It looks like Baxter, but it's Bear. I'm hoping that whoever's in charge of this case is just as good as we are. Y'all did a great job of piecing things together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Can they pick up his location from him logging in and out of social media? They can pick up, the IP address. So yes, they can pick up your IP address. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys know this. I know somebody that this happened to. You can go into your Facebook Messenger. So Facebook will literally has tagged certain words, right? If you're in your Facebook Messenger and let's say you're talking about a drug deal, whatever it is, right? Now, this doesn't happen to everybody. It just all depends. And you're talking about a drug deal. Facebook can flag your inbox, your actual inbox can flag it, and they can send that to law enforcement. And now law enforcement is watching your inbox. They know where you're typing from. They know if it's your phone. They know it's your laptop. They get your IP address and they know. And they come knock at your door. You can Google right now people that have made a Facebook stat talking about the president or something like that, and agents are at their door within an hour. So yeah, they know. They know. And I'm just hoping that they can find that. I'm interested to know how he's talking to somebody. If it's a second phone, if it's a like a text now number. We know I'm sure he's talking to people on social media. I know he's got to be. That's why he's logging in and out. It would only make sense. Why would you log in and out your social media? You have to be. You know, and my condolences go out to the family again. Because this story, it should be bigger than what it is. It should be. Like I said, this poor woman got 2 minutes on the news, which you can hardly even find. I made a TikTok today, and so many people commented on my TikTok. I live right here in San Antonio, didn't know about this. I live right here, didn't know about this. So many people. Where does the field where the van was left lead to? I'll show you right now. I actually looked at this earlier. Hold on. I'll show you right now because I looked at this. It's in one of my older videos. I think it's the first video I did. So the very first video before I found out his real name was John G. Brown, because I did 2 videos on this. When the first video, right away, I knew his real name was not Mike Larry. I knew it. I was like, what? No, this is not his name. Nothing popped up on Krystle's background with a Mike Larry, nothing, especially if they've been together that long. So at first, Derek Brown was popping up everywhere. Derek Brown. So the first video I did, I was like, his name was Derek Brown. Come to find out, that's not his real name either. It's just the name he was giving police when he was getting pulled over. And I did the second video exposing the real name of John G. All right, I have a video here. What was the, thank you, Tammy, thank you. What was the name of the apartments again that the van was found out? I know it was on Cinnamon. Was it Cinnamon Trail? Hold on. I'm looking up the apartments right now because I can't remember the apartments. I know the cross streets, I think, was Cinnamon something. Hey, Julia, if you're in here by chance, let me know. I think I found it. Let me see. Yeah, that little forest area in the back of the apartments. I know exactly what you're talking about because in the very first video, I peeped that out. And I said that's probably where he escaped through. I'm just wondering if somebody picked him up. And I know he's had to been in that area before. He's had to. Where would he know to drop the van off at? So he's had to be there before. I'm wondering why he knows of that area. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Tammy, I love doing this. I really do. All right, I have it right here. This is where her van was found. I believe this is correct. Let me know if I'm correct or not. So this is an aerial view, I believe, of the apartments. You know what? That is a great question. Great question. You know, Julia, I never asked him that. Hold on. Thank you, Julia. That's a great question. Yeah, because what if she did and it happened and he did this to her with her own weapon? You're right. And she's military. She's a veteran. A lot of veterans have weapons in their house. For some people that don't know, the reason why Julia used pew pew is because Facebook sometimes will they're funny with language. That's why a lot of times I'll say the M word, MURDER, unaliving. I hate this, but what happens is Facebook will like flag the video and it doesn't get spread out there. So you kind of watch your language. But I believe this is where she was found at right here. Now, if you look, can you see my arrow? I believe that white car you see sticking out of the tree, I believe that's where the van was found. That same spot is what I believe. Okay. From what I gathered. Now, if you look in the back, you see there's trees. So you drop the van off here. Why would you walk this way with all these cars? You got all that stuff on. We saw he had a mask on from head to toe. We know it's hot outside. Okay. We know it was not winter. So he has all this stuff on, looking obvious. So I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have walked this way. Drop the van off, and then you probably walk through here. That's what I would have done. I would have dropped the van off, walked through here. The question is, though, here's the bigger question. Did he keep going straight onto the other side of where this neighborhood is at? And there was a vehicle waiting for him? And if there was, hopefully one of these houses have ring cameras that the police hopefully might have. Or did he walk down here through the trail? So like you say, it's an open trail. And then have a vehicle waiting here in this parking lot. Or maybe somebody pick him up. Then if you go the other way, you're walking down, you get to the actual street, which is Cinnamon Trail. Could he have somebody pick them up here? Here would be the safest point, if you ask me, because if you look, there would really be no camera right here. There's no house across the street here. You got some homes back here in the cut. But here would be the safest area. Yeah, I'm waiting for the answer on the weapon now. Like if she had her own. I'm waiting on that now. If she had her own. That like I said, that was a great question. Because we know that he couldn't buy one. So if the autopsy results come back that she has a bullet wound, we know he didn't buy it. We know that for a fact. So you said the police videos are at the gas station. So there's a gas station here somewhere. All right. There's a gas station. Where's the gas station? Where is the gas station? Let's see. So he walked past a gas station with all that stuff on. What? Where would be a closest gas station to here? Let's see. How far did this man walk? I'm looking to see if there's a gas station that's close by. What is this? Hold on. What is this? Did they say what gas station it was by chance? Did they say exactly like what the name of it was? Because if there's a name of the gas station, then I can easily put directions from there. Thanks for letting me know. I was actually wondering where that video came from. Oh, wait. I found it. I found the gas station. It's a Shell gas station. There's a Shell gas station. Wow. This man's an idiot. Literally right across the street. Right here. Right off of Cinnamon Creek Drive and Brittlewood Lane. There's a Shell gas station and food mart. Literally right across the street. This man. Wow. Is there any bus stations nearby? Good question. If there is a bus station and he took a bus, that would easily put him at the scene of the crime because the buses should have cameras. Matter of fact, these look like the cameras right here. There's a camera right there. So you got one camera right there at the gas station. And sometimes they have cameras up here where they used to back in the day in case you wanted to pump gas and run off. Well, nowadays you can't pump gas first anyway. Wow. Yeah, literally right across the street, there's a Shell gas station. So he could have walked to this gas station. Let's see. I want to say maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most. Maybe 5-10 minutes, 10 minutes at the most. Wow, I was giving John a lot of credit thinking he would have went through the bushes back here. No, this man literally dropped the van off with her body in it back here in the cut. And if this is the right gas station, walked with all that stuff on either through the apartments to the main street right here to the gas station. Wait, is this a bus stop? Is this a bus stop? Is this a bus stop? What is that? Julia, there is a bus stop right there. Julia, there's a bus stop right there at the gas station. You're right. There's a bus stop right there on the corner of Cinnamon Creek and Brittle Lane. So did he jump on the bus? I'm looking now. Yeah, Julia, that's the Shell gas station. Yeah. Those pictures match. That's a Shell gas pump in the back of them. You can tell by the colors with the yellow and red. So that's the gas station this man went to, is the gas station right there. And there is a bus stop right there at the corner. Did he know anybody back here behind the gas station? Or did he jump off onto the bus? The gas station. So he had to take the bus to get out. That's crazy. Yeah, I never knew those pictures were actually from the gas station. Thank you for that. I always wonder exactly where those pictures came from. Now, you see how fast we work? You see how fast that was? You told us gas station. We found that in 20 minutes and found a bus stop right there at the corner. You would think law enforcement would be doing the same thing, right? Yeah, after so he left the van there. And sorry guys, I'm just reading some text that I'm getting too. A lot of people are interested in Krystle. I have people in my inbox and TikTok, my email. A lot of people are interested in this because they want to know exactly what happened to her. Why is this person not in jail? What's going on? Which we all are wondering that. But if he did take the bus at this gas station, then all these buses should have a camera inside of them. Meaning that if he took the bus and if he took any of that off in the bus, that would show him at the crime scene right there. That would show him literally at the crime scene. Tammy says he must have knew the bus station was there and took the bus. That's what I'm thinking. Because like I said, me, on the other hand, I would have went the other way into the woods. That's what I would have did because there's no cameras back there. I would have went into the woods like, hey, I'm in, no cameras. This man literally walked out into the street. And walked to the gas station right literally across the street from the apartments. And there's a bus stop right there at the corner. You know what? Actually, let me see this real quick. What is the what is it called? The bus line. What is the name of the bus line in that area? What is the bus line? I want to see exactly now the times. Julia or lady, do you guys know by chance the time that she was found in the van? Does anybody know that? Yes, there could be witnesses on the bus that saw. Not only that, in the picture, there's people literally in the background by the gas pump. So there's people that saw him at the gas station, literally right there. And like you said, the bus driver, everybody could be a witness if he jumps on the bus. What is the name of this? Hold on. Trying to see if I can find the name of the actual bus line. Buses 603. Oh, all right. So I actually got the times. I got the times that the bus. So it looks like this bus will pick you up there. And I'm guessing drop you off at the UTSA main campus is what it's saying. The bus will pick you up from here. Or is this actually USTA? Hold on real quick. Let me go to the website. Let me see. Don't tell me this guy literally took the bus. John, if you're watching, you're a dumbass. Hold on, let me see here. For everything you did, too. That is crazy. I'm actually looking at the bus line right now because I'm curious to see the times of the day that bus runs on that corner. It connects the South Texas Medical Center to the UTSA main campus. Yes, all right. So I was right. So that bus actually takes you to, it would either take you to the UTSA main campus or it would take you to the Texas Medical Center is where that bus takes you to. And that bus runs looks like that bus literally runs every 30 minutes. So for example, 11:50 a.m., 12:20 p.m., 12:50 p.m., 1:20 p.m. So it looks like it runs almost on every 30 minutes is what is running. 8:20, 8:50, 9:20, 9:50, 10:20, 10:50. I'm interested to know the exact time that they found the van and that they think the van was left. They found the van hours later after the call was made. 10:20 a.m. So 10 a.m. at 10 a.m. is actually so the bus. Wow, guys. If they found the van at 10, all right. So yeah, the bus 9:50 a.m., 9:20 a.m., 8:50 a.m., 8:20 a.m. Now we don't know exactly what time the bus was dropped off. That we don't know. What time was the picture taking on the because there's no timestamp on the gas station picture. The gas station picture time is going to play. Oh man, that could play a big factor. So example, if that picture was taken, let's say at 9:15 a.m., it's possibility he could have got on that bus at 9:20 a.m. and then headed to the UTSA main campus. Look up the May 7th schedule. Yeah, it's the same times for all of it. So it always runs every 30 minutes. It's always either on a 20 or a 50, 11:20, 11:50, unless it's later on in the day. Later on in the day, it switches a little bit. It goes to 49, 19, but it's always 30 minutes. Always. Wow. See? Ain't that something? We found something new today. Yeah, the van was found hours later, but the issue is they believe the van was there for days. Because remember, the people were saying it was the van stunk when you walk by it, so she was already decomposing. So she was in that van possibly for days before it happened. And also, not only that, neighbors are saying that van was there for days before it happened too. So nobody knows exactly, well, police might know, but nobody knows exactly how long she was actually in the van. So even though they found it that day, witnesses are saying that van was already there. The whole key thing is going to be the picture of what time was the picture taking of. That is going to be the key. What time was the picture taken of him at the gas station? Let me see something real quick. Let me drop this little man here. Matter of fact, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Isn't this a bus right here? Ain't that the bus? That's the bus right there. I just realized that. The whole time the bus is right there on the street. The bus is literally right there on the street on Google Maps. The bus is on Google Maps. That's the bus stop. Guys, that's the actual bus stop right there. Oh yeah, and he also, when he made the report, he also said that she was missing for 7 days. So she could have been in that van a whole week. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, the last time anybody heard from her, wasn't it the end of April? The end of April, I believe, the last time like her friends or something heard from her, right? I think it was the end of April actually. Was like the official time anybody's actually heard from her. Julia said any thrift stores nearby, probably where he could have got the clothes from. All right, so that is the actual bus. The actual bus right here. That's crazy. Here is the actual bus stop. The bus stop is right here. There's the Shell gas station. And that's the bus stop. So this man literally did what he did, walked across the street here to the Shell gas station because the apartments are literally right here. All this right here, those actually, matter of fact, I believe this right here is the apartments. And then walk across the street with all that stuff on in the middle of the heat, looking suspicious. People probably thought he was a homeless man. It's probably what they thought. And here's the gas station. And then right here at the corner, you have the bus stop. Wow, this man probably jumped on the bus. This man probably jumped on a bus. Where he got off, though, if he jumped on a bus, interesting. I'm hoping law enforcement figured all this out already. Please let them figure all this out. Please let them figure this out already. You guys are paid to do this, and you have a team of people to do this. So I know if we can put this together in one session at night, hopefully you guys can do a better job and figure all this out. Because now, if this is true, because if he did go to this bus stop and they have the timestamp of that picture of him at the gas station, they should be able now to subpoena footage from inside the bus. That would be the procedure. Subpoena the footage from inside the bus. See him get on. Hopefully he took everything off. If he did, he's on camera right there in the bus. Then they can see when he got off and where he got off at. Now, when he got off, what cameras are in that area? She had been missing since I knew it was the end of April. I remember it being the end of April was like similar like to the last time somebody's actually like saw her or spoke to her. So yeah, so there is no official like she was actually missing on this date. Nobody really knows the actual date she was missing because he made this report and who knows what he did. So law enforcement is probably trying to figure out. So what they're probably trying to do right now is they're probably trying to figure out the exact timeline. They're probably trying to put the timeline together. So that way, when court happens, the prosecution has the exact timeline and then they can narrow it all down, and charge him what they're going to charge him with. Wow. That's crazy. When I get time, I'm actually going to look to see exactly where this bus goes. Because it tells me where it goes, but I'm not familiar with San Antonio at all. So I'm going to look to see exactly the route this bus takes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually let me see something real quick. What did I say that was? The USTA main campus. USTA main campus. Let's see. Where's that at? Maps. And then what you do from here is you follow the bus pattern or the bus route. Try and match it to any address that comes up underneath him and see if it's close by. So USTSA main campus is actually north. It's by the University, Texas at San Antonio. The other direction, which I don't know why he would have went the other direction, just because he would have had to stay on the same side of the street of the apartments if he was going the other direction. But he crossed the street to the gas station. Unless that bus was coming down and he went back across the street. But just in case, let's see where this is at. What was the temperatures like? That's a great question. What was the temperatures like? I don't think it was snowing or anything, right? Maybe cool. I don't think it was cold enough to have for him to have all that on. That part I don't think. I'm actually looking to see the other end. Antonio. See what it gives me. Yeah, when I'm going to actually take the time and look at the entire bus route, especially of it going north. And then see if anything matches up. Yeah, so yeah, it's got it going to the school. Who lives up there by the school? Who picked him up? Oh, man. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been sending me tips, everything. Thank you so much. You see me checking my phone, and these people need justice, man. These people need justice. These people need closure. These people need a conclusion. The family members, the loved ones, the friends. It sucks being out there, you know, losing somebody you love and not knowing exactly what happened to them. Drives you crazy, daily. It sucks. You know, and then and people you get impatient because you want the police to, hey, get on it. And sometimes police take forever. And we all know they do. And then we wonder why some cases they jump on it right away and the person gets arrested right away. But then some cases you're like, well, what's going on? Why? What's different? Why this one is different? Why isn't the big media picking up this case like they picked up this case? Or why this and why that? A lot of media does things, big media, clickbait. I'm gonna be honest with you, clickbait. A lot of big media is in it for profit as well. Profit. If the story's not going to make them profit, you'll get maybe 15, 20 seconds and then they move on to sports or the weather. Sad, but it's true. Yeah, Julia, that's what Julia says. I would be looking at anyone he knows, like family or anyone else that knows live anywhere on those routes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to send you the link. I'm going to send you the bus number. I'll send you that. I'll send you the bus number so you could, if you want, you could look at the routes too. And we can see if there's anybody that's close to any of those routes or the bus stops. Have any of you heard the case in PA where this man pranked daughter and then the man that did it admitted 14 times on Facebook they would do nothing because what? No, I didn't hear about that. No, I didn't. What? What is this person's name? I did not hear about that. No. Is this recent? Is it a recent one? Send me the information for that and I'll look that up. Thank you so much. I'll look that one up. Thank you. I'm going to get off of here in about a few minutes. And I'm gonna work on that video for Derek Samuels. For you guys that don't know the situation with that, so I'm gonna work on that because that actually is gonna take some time working on that video because it's so much. Duke Famous said, Fugitive, you're the hardest working man on the true crime sector. Thank you. Salute. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, I've just been through a lot in life and I've seen people go through stuff and I've seen people that, and I remember sitting back thinking like years ago, I wish I can help. I wish I can do this, but didn't know how to. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do certain things, Then I guess as I got older and I got wiser and I went through my own issues and my own trouble, it just all clicked one day. All clicked. And the funny thing is, it's like when I started this channel, this was not my intentions at first when I started this channel. It wasn't. My intentions at first when I started this channel was to pretty much share my story. That was my intentions at first when I started this channel. And then somebody told me, hey, you would be the perfect person for this. Why don't you do this? And I thought about it. Then I remember I did my first video. And I woke up and it was like 20,000 views. I was like, oh my God, I guess this is what I should be doing. People like it. People love it. People see that. And it all started with those inmates that broke out of jail from New Orleans. Those 10 inmates that broke out of jail. That's pretty much how this channel started. Me reporting on them. The 10 inmates who broke out of prison from the jail. And that was how this channel even got started. Oh, and guys, thank you. Please, so I remember, please, we started an official Fugitive TV Facebook. So please go to the Facebook, like Fugitive TV. You can also submit any cases, share links to any cases. You can go right on there and do that too, okay? So any case information, missing people, whatever, put it on there. Put it on the wall. That's what the Fugitive TV Facebook is for. You can go on there and then also give us some more. We can also look at everything too. You know, one of the hardest things about this channel, the hardest things to do is because you only have a certain amount of time in the day. The hardest things to do is, out of the thousands of cases, is to figure out which one to report on. That is the hardest. Every day I struggle with that. Every single day I struggle. Should I spend the 3 hours reporting on this case, or should I spend it on this case? And it sucks, but that is the hardest thing. But yes, go follow the Facebook page. Please like on that the Facebook page, Fugitive TV. Anything you want, go post it on there. Have us take a look. We'll look at it. Julia helps run it too, so she'll see it as well. Please go follow Justice Talks with Julia on her TikTok account as well. Follow her on that. She reposts a lot of true crime. But I want to say thank you guys for tonight. Thank you for joining. I am actually going to get off of here. Go eat dinner, because I haven't ate dinner all night. I'm talking to you guys. And you guys know once I get into this, I don't stop. So I want to say thank you guys for joining. To Krystle Proctor's family, my condolences. So sorry. It'll come. Justice will come. Because I know if I'm doing this right now, they're doing it. They're doing it. Brittnay Gamble's family, if you're watching, hopefully we get Dennis locked behind bars as well too. Because I mean, this guy's posting evidence all over Facebook every day, which is insane. Never seen nothing like this before, ever. And hopefully even get him for the first victim he did that nobody's never even convicted of her as well. Crazy. Crazy. But please stay tuned for the Derek Samuels video. I'm going to have that drop. I'm going to work on that video tonight. It's probably going to drop tomorrow morning. So if you guys are interested in Derek Samuels, that's going to be, like I said, that video has a lot. And you guys are going to decide after I do the video, did he do it to himself or did one of his friends set him up? Okay. But I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has joined tonight. You guys, please take care of yourself. Love one another. Look out your surroundings. Watch your surroundings, all right? This is Fugitive TV. Until next time, I'm out.